Ben, good morning, mate.
Hiya, how you going?
Good. How can I help?
I'm just increasingly more curious about what your understanding of the Israeli and Palestine conflict is.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm
Okay.
more so curious.
Ben, that it's bad when people are killing and maiming each other. That's my
Yeah,
first impression. Right? We agree on that?
Yeah,
B, that it's a war, right? It's a war.
yep,
C, that it really kicked off and re-intensified on October the 7th when Hamas-led civilians, journalists, medical people stormed across the Israeli border and butchered innocent Israeli people, right?
yeah, no, that's understandable.
I believe that Israel has the right to defend itself and get back all the hostages that were taken.
Yeah, so, have you been keeping up to date with, how Israel has responded to
Yep.
the issue?
Yep.
So you're aware of, the death toll and how
Oh, I'm
significantly
aware
higher
that
it is.
all the figures coming out of Gaza come from Hamas, terrorist organisation, associated organisations that lie and practice propaganda, Ben.
Yeah, is that written anywhere? Is it stated that it's from Hamas specifically?
No, just
or is it more
woefully bent mainstream media take it as read, and they say Gazan health officials, the Ministry of Health in Gaza and UNRWA itself, completely and utterly infected by the extremists, by the death cult that is Hamas, which is actually run out of Iran as part of the Muslim Brotherhood.
because you're aware that it started as a political group.
Yeah, and then
in
they
Palestine.
they won, and they cancelled any more elections, Ben.
Yes, but you are aware why they created that group.
Well, I think because they thought that Yasser Arafat and the PLO weren't radical enough. But they basically created the group at the behest of Iran and the Muslim Brotherhood to try and kill Jews.
It was initially created from Israel illegally occupying Palestine.
No. You need to go back in your history, mate.
Right?
So Israel was created by the international community, right? Israel gave Gaza back, right? If they'd ever taken it, and they got out of there, right? They even took their dead people out of the graveyards they had there. Did you know that, Ben?
Yeah, but who would they have given Gaza back to?
Well, the people that were not Jewish who lived there.
Yeah, so most of them were Arabs.
So Ben, what's your understanding of all this? And what groups are you involved on that lobby for this? Are you part of the Palestinian Action Network?
I'm just more curious. I'm not part of any network or, group.
Yeah. I love that you listen to the platform and that you're curious about this.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. I think everybody's opinions and side needs to be heard.
Mm. I guess, Ben, personally, I say I am always with the democracy, and there are 2 million Arabs living inside Israel. They have the same rights as any Israeli. Amazing, isn't it? How many Jews do you think live in the Gaza Strip, or Israelis live in the Gaza Strip, or would survive in the Gaza Strip? 0. Isn't it funny? Egypt won't have the people from Gaza. They've got a bigger wall than anyone else. There's also another Palestinian state, Ben. It's called Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you understand that there was a displacement and the entire conflict was about
I understand
land.
the whole bloody thing's been a mess forever, Ben. As I said on the show the other day, the Balfour Declaration, the Sykes-Picot Agreement, bloody colonial powers have been lying to people and stuffing up people in that part of the world forever. But at least we've got one democracy there, haven't we? Called Israel.
Yeah, some not really.
How do you know, Ben? I wonder if you know, mate. how many rockets have been fired out of Gaza into Israel since October the 7th, 2 years ago?
I'm not aware of any rockets that have
About
been fired.
3,800 rockets have been fired from Gaza into Israel in the last 2 years.
Okay, so then why would the death toll be significantly higher for Palestinians?
Well, we don't really know what the true death toll is. I guess because the Israelis think we have to stop people firing rockets at us, and those rockets and their launch sites are generally well ensconced within civilian populations. What the Israelis do is they ask people to leave where they're going to bomb. They send them texts on their phones. Unfortunately, Hamas also shoot people who try to leave and don't want to be human shields.
Well, yeah, but that still doesn't justify...
Ben, but that's okay.
Okay,
look, Ben, it's complex. It's complex, but of course, let's come down as a country. Let's come down as a nation on the side of the democracy that doesn't behead people with garden hose and take hostages. I reckon that's a good rule of thumb.
But
mate,
have you seriously not seen any of these videos online?
And most of the Pallywood stuff is just pure propaganda.
So all those videos.
Al Jazeera is pure propaganda, Ben.
Killed,
It's very sophisticated, and there's a lot of money.
Okay, but that still doesn't answer the question of, do they deserve to be starved?
They're not starved, Ben. Do you realise that the people who wrote that report redefined, just specially for Gaza, the definition of famine? And who's stealing all the food? Hamas is. Who's blocking all the aid? Hamas is. Who's shooting the people when they go and get the food without paying Hamas for it? Hamas is.
Oh, well, that's not quite right because... No,
it is actually quite right, Ben. It is actually quite right. But if you're believing all the Pallywood bullshit you see online, and if you're watching Al Jazeera and taking it as truth, then, Ben, you need to do a reality check, my friend.
Well... do you have, the evidence for this or, anything?
Yep, I read extensively. Have you been up there, Ben?
Have you?
Yep, I was there in March. I was in Israel in March. I was down on the border with Gaza. Have you seen the pictures of them hacking people's heads off with knives and garden hose? Shooting young Israeli women, literally begging on their knees for their lives and having been shot in the head with AK-47s. You seen that, Ben? You heard the audio of the young Hamas guy saying, "I've killed 9 of them. I'm ringing you on a cell phone of a woman I've just strangled with my bare hands." You seen that, Ben?
Well, I mean,
Thanks for your call, Ben.